Well, hello and welcome to 30 Day Reset with Cassandra B. That's me. Anyway, this is day 18. Today is about thyroid support and energy balance. So you've supported your gut, your liver, and nervous system. Now we're going to focus on something that influences your energy, metabolism, and your hormones. That is your thyroid. So today's focus is thyroid health. Your thyroid is a small gland with a big role. It helps regulate energy levels, metabolism, body temperatures, and hormonal balance. When your thyroid is supported, your whole system feels steady and energized. So why this matters is when the thyroid is under stress, you may feel low energy, fatigue, brain fog, sluggish metabolism, hormonal imbalances. And the deeper connection is your thyroid is directly impacted by, number one, stress, cortisol. So if our stress levels are high, our thyroid is going to not be working. It's going to get stagnant. Matter of fact, when your thyroid gets so sluggish and unhealthy, cancer, growth, shut down, overgrown, all sorts of things happen to our thyroid. So it's really important that your thyroid impacts your liver health, your gut health, because of so all of these go together hand in hand. So everything you've been doing so far is already really supporting your thyroid. So the thyroid, the liver, gut health, all three hand in hand, along with the kidney. Like these all your organs, if you are doing great for gut health and liver health, all the rest of it will be great for your health. That is the beautiful thing. By supporting and really growing your gut health, it supports everything in your body. That is why it is so important to think about what your gut biome actually is sitting at, where you are actually sitting in that. Because if you have a healthy gut, then you'll have a healthy liver, a healthy kidney, and a healthy thyroid, healthy brain, healthy body. All of these things all stem from your gut health. That is really important. And then remembering to bring those cortisol levels down, which means our stress levels have to be down. I know it's a little harder to do these days, but trust me, find a way to support that better for yourself. So the action today is that we're going to add in some supporting foods for the thyroid. So these would be iodine-rich foods in moderation. We're not trying to, again, one little leaf, a couple of leaves, a couple of this, a piece of that makes all the difference in the world. We are not trying to go, let's eat piles of it. We're just trying to do quick, easy little changes to support ourselves going forward. So seaweed, eggs, and dairy are all iodine-rich foods in moderation. Psyllium-rich foods, which is Brazil nuts, 1 or 2 is enough. Sunflower seeds, a handful of sunflower seeds, that's it. We're not needing to eat a bag. We're not needing to eat a ton of, we just need to eat like Brazil nuts. Just have a couple. That's it. Even when we're eating almonds, which is another really good thing for your body, almonds, you're just having a handful, 5 or 6 of them. Boom, that's it. We're not trying to eat a whole bag of anything. So I know nuts are really expensive, but if you're just having 2 Brazil nuts or 5 almonds or whatever that might be, it's not that expensive overall because you're eating it in moderation. You're having a couple every day to support your health. We cannot do all great things in one day and then do crappy things for our body afterwards. We need to do the things that are supporting it. So every day I have been mentioning one little thing you can change to support you. Now, if you just, add in a couple of the things out of 30 days, your health and welfare will be so much better. Your brain will function better, your body will function better, and you will feel better. So zinc-rich foods are pumpkin seeds, lentils, and chickpeas. Do you know how easy it is to throw lentils into a soup, into a stew, into whatever? Just throw a handful in, and like I said, pumpkin seeds. A handful of pumpkin seeds is all you need. We're just doing that small amount to make a big difference because little bits every day will balance you much better. Eating it all at once in one day ain't gonna change nothing. It's probably gonna make your tummy really icky, and you're probably gonna spend a lot of time in the bathroom if you go from nothing to everything all at once. Small little changes every day support your health. So what we really want to do is the best thing we can do for ourselves is manage our stress. If our stress is high, none of the things I'm telling you are actually going to matter much. So we really need to be worried about how we manage our stress. So this is about meditation and breath work and doing all the things to bring your cortisol down so that your liver, your kidney, your gut health, your thyroid work at its best, because the only way it can do that is if you're in good health. Now I'm looking for great health because let's be honest, most of us do not have great health. But if we can at least have decent health and we do things to support that decent health, maybe we'll get into good health, or at least even a little better. So quality sleep. Now I know if you are menopausal or perimenopausal, wherever you sit in that, I know that sleep can be a little rough. Stress also makes it so that it's not great. So we need to be careful about bringing our stress levels down and, trying to deal with our perimenopausal issues and those postmenopausal issues. And seniors, I know many of you, for whatever reason, you go to bed and you get up at some ungodly hour in the middle of the night and now can't sleep. These are all of those things that I'm talking about. Do what you can to nap, to rest, because your body only heals when it's actually in rest mode, which is meaning most of the time is actually in sleep mode, because that's the place that we actually are doing the resting. So continue supporting your gut and liver. That will help support your thyroid. So avoid overreactive, overly restrictive eating. That is one of the biggest things. We're not trying to restrict things unless you are on an actually strict diet from your dietitian or a doctor. Remember, they come first. I am not that. I am here to help you find better decisions and better choices for yourself to support all of those things. So when we overly restrict our diet, when we don't allow ourselves to indulge, when we don't do any of those things, that also helps our cortisol level creep up. Because if you are restricting, you're going into a stress mode, because right away you're thinking, I can't have that. That causes your mind to actually go into stress, because then it goes into survival to go, why are we needing to survive? What's going on? Take a nice deep breath and just remember, cortisol levels rise when stress rise. So bring your stress down, bring your cortisol down. Everything else gets healthier and better. Really, stress is one of the biggest things that cause you the most unhealthy aspects to the thyroid. So stress and thyroid go hand in hand. And also, I will let you on a little energetic tidbit. This is throat. So when we are not speaking truth, we are actually making our throat close up and actually attack our thyroid. And I know that might sound funny to some of you, but it's actual truth. When you don't speak truth, when you don't speak from your space, when you shut yourself down, stop talking, do those things. Now I can say that every year for many, many years, I used to get laryngitis at Christmas time. I'd lose my voice altogether because I never felt I could speak my truth. So they literally just took my voice away completely. So I no longer get that because I speak truth. So that's one of the things, because it shuts down your thyroid, it shuts down your voice box, it shuts down your larynx, it can shut down your whole throat, and that will bring on illness and cancers and attacks of the thyroid. So things to think about, speaking truth. But we want to speak it from love and compassion and empathy, not fire to the face like Cassandra likes to do on occasion, right? So be careful on those. Highly processed foods destroy your thyroid. It destroys your liver, it destroys your gut biome, but really it does very much do big damage to the thyroid. Those processed foods, those highly processed foods, attack your thyroid. One of the most, nutrition deficiencies. That also, right? So that's where I'm saying we're not trying to get rid of, do not starve yourself, constant under eating, those kind of things because you want to lose weight. No, we lose weight by doing all these healthy things I've said. And by not eating all of those high processed foods, those yucky carbs, the high sugars, all of those, that's what causes you to gain weight. You know what else is causing you to gain weight? Stress. And if you're perimenopausal, those are really hard things, because there is a point that is really hard, even if you are working out, watching every calorie, doing all the best things, that when we are hormonally changing, sometimes there is nothing we can do but ride the wave onto the other side of it. So do not stress during perimenopause that you've put on a few pounds around your belly. It's your body trying to recalibrate the energy that it's going to be holding in after no longer being in that state of birthing babies and that kind of energy. We're shifting. Our hormones are shifting. It's going to drop in 10 years what it takes a man 150 years to drop in hormones. So think about that. It would take men 150 years, which we do in 10. So So constant under eating, constant overeating, all of those things are not good for your thyroid, your liver, your gut health. So this is why balance matters more than any restriction ever could. Now, remember I said dietitians and doctors are the ones you work with. I am just giving you little tidbits to help support that and to do little things for the everyday person to do things better for their health. So you don't need to overhaul your whole diet. You just need to add in supportive foods and continue what you've been building. So if you can just add in a supportive food, if you can just change one thing up, maybe get rid of one of the ways that you eat in the morning and eat it a little healthier. Maybe not snack after 8 o'clock at night, and that would change everything. Maybe add in 1 or 2 glasses of water because you haven't been hydrating properly. And maybe just skip the coffee or tea till 9 a.m. when you've got up at 7, because 90 minutes of no caffeine and putting water and other stuff into your system will actually amp it up so that it bees its best self, so that it can be in its best self. So those are the things we're trying to do. We're just trying to support our body to be in better health. We're supporting our gut biome, number 1. If you get a healthy gut, the rest of you will be in a much better place in order to move and grow and be. So anyway, everything in your body is connected, and that's the thing we need to understand most. So if you support your belly and your gut health, you support your liver health, you support your kidney health, you support your thyroid health, you support your brain health, all by supporting what you put into your body. And those are the words, those are the foods, and those are the energies. So think about that today. Are you absorbing crappy energy? Are you eating crappy foods? Are you in crappy, spaces with people? All those can bring your cortisol levels up, which then means none of these things are going to be healthy for you. Although they're still better than eating a bag of chips, because that's never going to be good for you ever. Anyway, that is the deal today. To support your thyroid rest, really the best things you can do is, change up a few things. Have an egg, change up some of those iodine-rich foods, because that's what really supports the thyroid, along with psyllium-rich foods, which Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, and those zinc-rich foods. Now, remember, iodine, psyllium, zinc, get it in a vitamin, get it in. I always say get it raw if you can, get it in your foods if you can, but if you can't get some of these things into your system in one way, please try and use some other ways to get it into your body so that you can be better. Eggs, seaweed, dairy, Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, lentils, chickpeas, sunflower seeds, all of these really simple little things, a handful, a couple of them every day will change the way you are moving through. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day today. And remember, the only thing we need to worry about is what we put in our mouth. Anyway, I'll see you again tomorrow for 30-Day Reset with me, Cassandra B.